this is most definitely the entire reason why we do radio.
So Cheryl came across Kelly's story on Facebook earlier this week or last week. Was it last week? Last week.
End of last week.
End of last week. Um, and reached out and just thought we might be able to help get the word out about how Kelly needs your help. So we welcome to the program Kelly Asbell. Did I pronounce that right? Asbell?
Yes.
All right.
Wow.
Good morning, Kelly. How are you?
Doing okay. I could be better, but
Well,
doing okay for today.
Yes, I understand that you could be better. So we welcome you to the program. And why don't we start by you telling everybody your story, the same way you did with Cheryl, so that folks know kind of where you're at and then how they can help.
Absolutely. So when I was 10 years old, I was diagnosed with a genetic illness called cystic fibrosis. It's basically where the body produces too much mucus and makes you very vulnerable to every organ in your body, basically suffocating you. Like most kids diagnosed with CF, I basically was raised in hospitals. I would get to go home for 6 weeks to be a normal kid, and then I'd be in the hospital for 2 weeks at a time and just fighting lung infection after lung infection. They told my parents instead of saving for college to save for a funeral. And I lived my life in fast forward motion from that day forward. I graduated with honors from Valparaiso University. I was so determined to make a life out of what others would think wasn't a quality of life. Graduated with honors, and then I got married. Have been married now for 20 years. Unlike most with CF, I was the proud recipient of being able to carry biological twins.
Wow, that's unheard of. First of all, like my best friend Judy Rossman had, when I was a kid, had CF.
Yes.
So all of our sleepovers were her parents coming at, right before bedtime and giving her treatment, and she had to have her breathing treatments, and we all had to be on standby and know like what to do if.
Yes.
And again, she was in the hospital
a lot.
a lot, and just had trouble breathing.
Absolutely.
Had trouble maintaining a healthy weight.
Right.
And was tired a lot. So for
so.
you, she passed away I think it was a week or two before her sweet 16,
Yes.
which was devastating for all of us.
Yes.
We just loved her, and her parents took such good care of her that we were like, no way she's going to make it.
Absolutely.
And she did not make it. So the fact that you made it, because I remember 21 was like this magic number.
Yes.
Where if you make it to 21, then
right.
supposedly you can have a healthy life. It's like up till that point, it's like,
yeah.
When
I was diagnosed, they said 18, and then when I lived to be 18, they said 21.
Nothing like moving the
they
marker.
kept moving the needle, and
Yeah.
so I had a midlife crisis at 16 because I remember looking at milk cartons and being like, I'd hear kids say, "Oh my gosh, I don't want to take this test on Friday for school," and I'd be like, "I just hope I'm still alive to take the test on Friday."
Right.
And so I lived in fast forward motion. I was one of 6 to biologically give birth to twins. And I remember all throughout pregnancy, while most moms were nesting, I was busy reading Dr. Seuss books and doing makeup tutorials for kids I thought I would never get to meet. All I wanted was to hear their first cries.
Right.
And I got to see them off to school. And I always pray, God, let me see them graduate high school.
Yeah.
And so when I turned 40, my husband celebrated in a big way, because anybody turning CF 40, that's like being 75 years old. I mean, it's unheard of for you to be 40 with CF. We celebrated in Disney World. And at that point, I had 52% lung capacity. And I thought I was just going in for a normal regimen of antibiotic therapy. And they told me I was multi-resistant to all antibiotics. And they put me on a lung transplant list. So I was making major decisions. Do I brush my hair or brush my teeth? Because either one leaves me too breathless for the day and I'm exhausted. They had someone come and read me my last rites. They said there's not going to be any hope. I started getting the death breath. And out of nowhere, Eyewitness News breaks in and shares the story of my donor at that time. And I didn't know she was my donor. 2 blocks from my hospital room, Tracy took her 5-year-old little girl to a park, sat down on the park bench to tie her shoe. And when she lifted her head up, she saw rival gangs shooting back and forth over a moped. And she saw the bullet go right toward her 5-year-old little girl. She fell on top of her, did what most moms would do, saving her life, my life, and 16 others that day. And on that day, when they took the tube out, everybody wanted to know what it felt like for me to be able to breathe for the first time with lungs like you would breathe. First of all, it felt like a first date. It was very awkward. Am I doing this right? Does it feel right in my body? But I remember saying to the doctors, she was Black, she was murdered, and why did you play Frank Sinatra music? And they said, how do you know all this? And we didn't play Frank Sinatra music. And I remember I kept hearing strange songs that I had never heard of from Frank Sinatra. Typed in what I was hearing in the computer was called Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
A year goes by and her mom sends me her obituary. And first of all, getting that in the mail is something that you'll never, ever forget. There was a beautiful picture of my donor, Tracy. She was Black. They showed how she saved her little girl's life. She was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And it said every night before bed, Tracy could be found singing Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra. It was something that she gave me.
Whoa.
And so
and you knew that without knowing that.
I didn't even know that.
It
Was in my head the whole time.
Wow.
And so for 7 years, I've been able to experience a life like I've never, ever thought was possible. I got my dream job. I'm doing pharmaceutical sales because that's the only world I know is working with doctors.
Right.
And I've been very good at it. I've been able to see my kids go to high school. I've been able to laugh and there's not a wheeze come out of me. My kids are like, Mommy, we've heard you laugh for the first time, because before it'd be a congested laugh. I've been able to dance at weddings and not get breathless with my husband. And this amazing world that was opened up in front of me. And 2 weeks ago, we were taking the kids to Los Angeles for a family vacation. When my transplant team called, I had tests on a couple of days prior to that. And they said, whatever you do, do not get on that plane because you are at high risk for a blood clot and you'll die in front of your kids. And we found out I was in kidney failure, like total kidney failure. And
is that from medications
all the
or
anti-rejection meds over the years that have been tricking my body into feeling like these lungs should be a part of my body? They're now attacking my kidneys and my pancreas. And right now they've got me listed for a kidney, but because of my blood type, I'm O positive. We're told it's a 5-year wait list, and I'm losing dramatically kidney function by the week. And they said that they know I'm going to progress very quickly and get sick very quickly, and that I needed to do everything I could to get my message out there to possibly find an O positive donor out there.
Okay, so we're looking for an O positive donor. And then I was reading on some of the info you gave me.
Healthy,
obviously healthy, no diabetes, no high blood pressure, no kidney issues, no heart issues, no underlying diseases.
Yes.
They can contact loyola.donorscreen.org. That's loyola.donorscreen.org. We're going to pin that to the top of our Facebook page, along with Kelly's info.
Yes.
And so you go to that.
Yes, there'll be a questionnaire when you go to that website. They're going to ask you for my date of birth, which is 3/21/78, first and last name Kelly Asbell. And
Asbell, Asbell.
Yes. And if they believe that you are a match, they will call you within a few days and get tests started and ran to see if possibly you're a match for me.
Okay. You were sharing with me that they, in terms of time and progressing for the worse, you were saying that kind of Christmas, they're saying is...
To put things into perspective, they're putting me on a medication called LASIK, and LASIK prevents water from forming in the body When they called me, I had 4 times the legal limit for a human body. I had like 1,400 milligrams of water on me. The LASIK is depleting the kidney function at a rapid rate, and they can't get me off of the LASIK because of the fact they're fearful that the water that LASIK takes away will go to my heart and my donated lungs. So we're in a catch-20 here. And they said, just to put things into perspective, I lost 4% of kidney points. I was at 22% kidney function 3 weeks ago. I'm now down to 18, and it's rapidly declining. So we rapidly need to find a donor.
Okay. So if you're not O positive, well, if you are O positive, we just need prayers first and foremost, because God can find the needle in the haystack. That's kind of his deal.
Yeah.
So we rely on him for that. So we definitely need prayers. Sorry. And then prayers, obviously, for your family, because you're twins.
Yes, and my husband.
And your husband. I mean, it seems just, yeah, it's going to be an incredible story when we get you the donor,
Yes,
and when we get you back to
absolutely
your happy spot.
I wish, like I walk around and I wish people understood how amazing this thing called life really is. Like
Yeah.
right now, I feel like I'm in the movie Awakenings. I was telling you about that. It's a movie about Robin Williams, who takes these catatonic people that are in a nursing home. It's a true story based in the 70s. And he wakes them up and they're cured from their catatonic state. And they're experiencing life and having a wonderful time. And then slowly they're regressing. And I feel like I got 7 years to experience this wonderful world out there.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is watch my babies graduate high school.
Yeah.
And time's running out, and time's running out, and you just want to do and say everything you possibly can to make this life matter for the moment. But I know that there's somebody out there who maybe hears this story and thinks, wow, I'm healthy. Maybe I can do this. To the world, you may just be one person, but to one person, you could be the world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're looking for right now.
Yeah. So if you, obviously, if you are O positive
or
in
O
good
negative,
health, or O
negative
negative
too.
So O positive or O negative, in good health, reach out to loyola.donorscreen.org, and let's see if you aren't the match for Kelly.
Yeah, because there's 90,000 people out there waiting for kidneys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, and when you go there, you want to make sure you put in her name.
Her name and her birth date.
Yeah.
So it's Kelly, Kelly, last name Asbell, Asbell, birth date 3/21/78. And may we give you many more birthdays in the future.
Thank you so much.
Watch your kids get married, graduate.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's obvious to me that you have navigated through life having to appreciate every moment of every day as a gift.
Yes.
And so this is one more situation where you didn't think you'd have to face this.
Absolutely.
With your resilience and, your persistence and dig deep. I don't know how you do it, but, let's pray for a happy ending here.
Yes.
And pray that we can find a match for you. So
thank you.
Is there anything else you need people to know?
That's the main thing, is that we just get the word out. And just thank you. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your time today.
Yeah, we'll play this again. We'll also, if you need information and couldn't grab it, obviously we're on YouTube and on the video, but you can always call the station at 219-866-5105. And if you get our messages, we all check our messages, so we will get back to you.
Yep, and it's on the Q Facebook page. We'll get it up on the other social media pages as well, and it's also on the video screen there, loyola.donorscreen.org. So if you can help, that'd be great. Or share our posts, because the more people that see it, the more chance
Yeah,
there
the
is
more
to find
chances.
a donor. So